This is Los Angeles, with the largest population of any county in the United States. Approximately 10 million people live in this world-class metropolitan area, bordered to the north and east by the scenic Santa Monica and San Gabriel mountain ranges, and to the west and south by the magnificent Pacific Ocean. The Los Angeles metropolis is the scene of steady population growth, fueling abundant and sustainable real estate opportunities for the present and years to come. This is the story of Crest Equities, a partnership between Daryl White, CEO of TDC Pacific Properties Incorporated, and Robert Abbasi, CEO of RTI Properties Incorporated.
One of the things that I think is really wonderful about Robert and I, the business that we've created, is that there's a real synergy, there's a symbiotic relationship between the two companies that comprise Crest Equities. We have a really good team of people on both sides that work together through cooperation, but also through, we have our own proprietary software that we both use that helps us manage both the buy and flip side and the buy and hold side. And we actually feel that we're best in class in this particular space in Southern California.
Our goal is to acquire a substantial number of properties, not just homes, but 1 to 4 units, and we've also done a substantial number of other larger apartment buildings, but our niche right now is the 1 to 4 unit niche, as that has been the niche that has been most devastated when the economic crisis hit, and the opportunities are best in that niche. RTI side of Crest Equities has owned and managed thousands of apartment units, and predominantly in LA County, so we're very well versed at managing in this county, understanding the rental markets, getting top dollar for rentals, and creating a good cash flow for ownership. So we're in the right place at the right time. The investors are able to make money 2 ways in our system. One is recurring cash flows from both from the property operations as well as the flips, and one is building equity, wealth over long term through the whole process. And we also add value in one more way. We help with the financing of the properties. So we can refinance the properties after purchase and refinancing them appropriately. That helps investors' return on investment. The flip part creates capital events, creates cash flow coming in addition to the rental income on the buy and hold side. And so it's a great combination. That's why we are discussing the hybrid model, where for a specific investment group, we'll do a combination of flip and a combination of hold. The flip creates nice income streams, but on the hold, that is where the wealth is built.
The ultimate balance of a hybrid strategy would be to resell and flip approximately 50% of the properties purchased within a 6-month time frame or less.
Most people in real estate, or most people who know real estate people, they know that at the end of the day, the long-term wealth is built by buying, renting, managing properly, repositioning, and holding.
What we see is there are neighborhoods that were maybe perceived as less than optimal neighborhoods, that now with the light rail coming through, with downtown expanding, that due to our intimate knowledge of the city and having grown up here and done business here for so long, we see a lot of neighborhoods that are experiencing gentrification right now, and where new coffee shops, new restaurants, new working, well-to-do young people are moving into these neighborhoods and transforming certain older neighborhoods that weren't perceived to be as highly sought after 10 years ago. And our business model is to then update these homes. Update them so they're very safe and habitable, but also update them so the finishes fit the finishes of today. we then can create a product that is going to sell very quickly, or if we choose to rent it, it will rent for a very high price in the marketplace. We're able to do good by improving the communities and also make a really nice profit by doing what we do.
We're adding value at every step of the way. From the buying right from the beginning, we're already buying below market because of our systems, our operations, our proprietary software, buying multiple building materials and being able to utilize contractors at the biggest discounts because of our volume, and then selling correctly. Now, if we choose instead of to sell, we choose to keep and hold the property for rental, that's where we add much value there as well. We upgrade the tenant profile, we increase rents to market, we will finish those products out for rental such that they are better than what other competitive rental set around the area are. And then ultimately, property management is not an easy task. We add substantial value through heavy customer service, a lot of follow-up, maintenance request fulfillment in a very quick way. And so that's what creates long-term wealth.
We've built a really fantastic team that has a really deep knowledge base and experience base.
My role here is to identify, analyze, and purchase either undervalued or distressed properties and provide our investors with what I consider to be some of the most unparalleled returns there are out in the industry. Real estate in this arena is a very dynamic and fast-paced environment. Our primary source of our acquisitions right now is the trustee's sale.
Pass on that.
This is where we buy at the trustee's sale. This is a very high-stress environment. I kind of compare this to Wall Street, if you will. They're running comps. If it's a condo, they're calling the HOAs. They're running title. They're running permits. They're analyzing the drivers and where they are. So all of their information gets fed into the big screens here. We use our proprietary software to filter that information and then provide our decisions maker here that are running the war room to make those quick decisions and to be able to bid.
I am the COO for TDC Properties. I'm responsible for the operations, and one of the predominant and important things in operations is construction. So what I want to do today is to take you through a little bit, or have a little conversation about operations, but mostly what I want to do is tell you about construction. Unlike other departments, it's a very complex process, and ultimately when buying distressed properties, where you make money is solving the problem that you're purchasing. We're probably running about 1/3, worst case scenario 1/2, depending on the project, of what you actually pay retail to get the particular projects done. So we develop relationships with these contractors who get to know us, and they get familiar with our scoping process. And we literally can get in there and start the work before we actually have the scope completed, because we can do demo, prep work, additional stuff, or we're still making decisions as to exactly what we're going to be doing in a particular property. This allows us to be more efficient and to run quicker. Our master scopes are generated through a complex Excel format that we've created. These are all summarized up for line items that we actually have chosen that we want done in this particular house. The line items are broken down by material and labor cost, and tells them right down to a SKU what they're to get and where they're to get it. So there's no mistake in anything in how it gets done. They know exactly what to do. So nothing's put in by accident at all. So we've gone to the property, we've made a video, we've created a master scope. The guys are probably now starting to work. It's been entered into our system so that we can monitor the pipeline. So we have a record that reflects this with all the important information. Go to the rehab tab here. And it's going to be monitoring what's going on from the date the property was purchased, When was it assigned to somebody to actually start doing project management? So we highly track everything, and we're on it at all times, right down to the point that this system actually works in a journaling format, that anything and everything that's actually occurring against that property is logged real time. So by looking in against the property, we know if they turned on the electricity 2 hours ago. One of the most important things I believe that we put in since I've been here is what we're calling key performance indicators. What we're actually doing is we're monitoring by department how efficient each department is based on how quickly they get their, what we're calling the pipeline, the property, once it comes in their department, how quickly it comes out of their department, and how smooth the handoff is to the next department. So the key performance indicators measures that by department.
We then have a division of several realtors who sell our own properties. And our process is to list them on the local multiple listing service, but also we have in-house realtors who hold open houses every weekend. When we look at our industry on the flip business, we definitely get a premium for our homes, and they are perceived in the marketplace here locally as being better quality and having more curb appeal and more desirability than the other homes that are for sale in our marketplace.
Basically, looking for what every other investor is looking for is to get the highest risk-adjusted return. And I say risk-adjusted because what we believe what we do is less risky than other products in real estate. We're basically doing 1 to 4 units in Los Angeles County, one of the counties with the biggest housing shortage in the nation. Renting the properties out is not a problem once you fix them up correctly. Bottom line, if you buy a big shopping center somewhere and your anchor tenant goes out, you might be sitting for 2 years to fill that big box.
We're buying properties well below replacement cost. And so that is very unique to this area of the country. Because we're in a highly desirable city where people want to live and our population is expanding, our economy is expanding, the appeal and desirability of living in our city keeps getting better and better every year. And we're truly an international city now. Every culture is here, every ethnicity is here. It creates its own vibrancy in itself.
We don't believe that in Los Angeles County there's a team like us that can do both the flips and the buy and hold in the manner that we can do it, and as efficiently as we can do it together. We have a great symbiotic relationship. The platforms work very well together, it's seamless. Everyone knows everybody. We have systems and methodologies, handoffs. At the end of the day, from what we can see, our competitors don't have the same systems for management and flipping all at one time. We want to own hundreds and hundreds of 1 to 4 unit properties in the next several years and ride the wave of the great LA appreciation that we foresee.
We see it as just really heavy profit potential and growth potential that we can see into the foreseeable future.